Hello everyone, and welcome back to yet another 5-minute build showcase for Destiny 2, today featuring the Void Hunter with the Gyrfalcon's Hauberk exotic armour. This build grants an infinite loop of volatile rounds and invisibility with healing and extra weapon damage to destroy all of our enemies. So now, let's check out this amazing build. The starting element of our build is the Gyrfalcon's exotic chest piece with its perk See Me, Feel Me. This exotic grants us volatile rounds every time we emerge from being invisible, and finishes while invisible grant extra weapon damage and a reserve overshield for both us and our teammates. This exotic will grant us infinite volatile rounds as long as we can sustain invisibility, and that's where our subclass comes in. For the super, I prefer using the Deadfall Shallow Shot, allowing us to weaken and suppress large groups of enemies. When it comes to the dodge, I'm using Marksman in this build for instant weapon reloads, but feel free to use Gambler's Dodge for more snare bombs, meaning you can more easily weaken targets. Finally, I'm also using the VORTEX grenade, like in most of my builds, since I find it to be the most effective in the current meta. We already have the Gyrfalcon's Hauberk for the volatile side of our loop, and our aspects are going to give us our invisibility. First up, we have Stylish Executioner, which grants us invisibility and true sight when defeating weakened, suppressed, or volatile targets, which ties in perfectly with Gyrfalcon's. And when it comes to our second aspect, I'm running Vanishing Step, so that dodging gives us an instant way to become invisible, restarting the loop if we ever get messed up. Now, we need to decide on some fragments for the build, first of which is going to be Echo of Cessation, to cause our finisher final blows to create a burst of void damage that spreads volatile, but most importantly, it creates void breaches from volatile kills. These void breaches will grant extra class ability, which will help us stay constantly invisible. Our second fragment is Echo of Undermining, which causes our grenades to weaken targets, and I'm also using Echo of Remnants to increase the duration of our Vortex grenade, giving more chances to activate Stylish Executioner. The final fragment I'm running in this build is Echo of Starvation, granting Devour from Overpower or Void Breach pickups, making us near unkillable on top of being constantly invisible. This build already gives us an infinite loop of volatile rounds and invisibility with constant healing from Devour, meaning we don't even need mods for the build to work, making it relevant even in future seasons. However, I'm obviously still going to be using mods in this build for some extra benefits. On my helmet, I'm running 2 sets of Ashes to Assets to increase super generation from grenade kills, helping us crowd control with Shallow Shot more often, and I'm also equipping a Void Siphon and Firepower mod to create more Orbs of Power for more super energy and armor charge mods. The armor charges we get grant us a 17% boost to void weapons with 2 sets of Void Weapon Surge. These end up granting a boost for 30 seconds, refreshing on every Orb of Power pickup, meaning this is almost permanent. And to further boost our void weapons, I'm running Void Loader and Void Reserves, meaning that defeating enemies is easier, allowing us to proc the Invis volatile loop more often. I'm also reducing grenade cooldown with 2 bomber mods and Innovation for more potential super energy from grenade kills with Ashes to Assets, and I've also equipped Bolstering Detonation for extra class ability energy from grenade damage, giving us a constant way to become invisible from Vanishing Step. For stats with this build, I would always recommend 100 resilience for extra damage reduction, and I would also spec into some mobility and discipline for more dodges and grenades, as well as increased movement speed. As always, I'll leave a screenshot to mod placements right here, and I'll put a dim link in the description for you to check out. Of course, if you enjoyed this build showcase, please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more content every week, and I'll see you in the next one.